Alright, so here in the Braithwaite Manor, in the farm, I was with a boat explaining, exploring these islands, but as soon as I came just about here, my boat sank and I ended up in Braithwaite Manor. And to my surprise, I decided to come back and check on the girl, but I'm seeing an X as a corpse on the map. And when I come back and check, she's not, she's dead. She dies in there, dude. This is really freaking crazy. She's dead in there. Like in the daylight, you can only see a skeleton. Now that could be a theory that maybe there's a limited time to do something having to do with this, or is it just, I mean, there's a lot of game changes that I've been seeing, and this one proves that the game does change after chapter 6 in the ending. Cause I was doing before I ended chapter 6, I was up here, and this lady, she's like crying in a grave because her husband died. So you have to show this widow how to hunt, and the first time you get is the first thing you get is a rabbit. So a couple of days later, the icon showed back because Arthur asks her if she has like a rifle or something, but she's like tired and all of that. And then Arthur says, "Well, there you go. You have food for a couple of days." When chapter 6 ended and I was able to free roam around, when I came back up here, I found her dead. And that's a possibility that you would have to, before you end chapter 6, teach this woman how to survive, hunt for the rabbit, and teach her how to deal with a shotgun. So I'm gonna have to go back to the save file where I'm near there and come back up here with Arthur and teach her how to hunt and all of that, and chapter 6 on that save file. And then figure out if when you end chapter 6 and you come to play with John, she's still there and alive. I'm not sure about this girl, if something can be done, because she's like locked up in here, and there's no way to open that thing. I don't have dynamite. I have to search for dynamite. But there's no way to break open these chains. What revolver is this? I hate the cattle revolver. I like the double action. So yeah, I mean, that is really strange. She's dead in there, dead. So the random numbers have to do with something. I was believing that those random numbers, she's always saying, like, she's talking about finding her home or something like that, and then she starts counting. I don't know if she was the daughter of the Braithwaite woman, but I checked the barns, I checked everything. There's no maps, no clues, no nothing. The only thing I find weird is this, that on the house, well, this is kind of weird too. and it's hollow in there. I don't know if there's something in there anyway. But back here, that's somewhere around here. You can pick up this portrait somewhere around here. As you can see, but there's nothing in it. It's just burnt. And this is crazy. You can see plant life beginning to grow on here and shit. This is so crazy. I would have to check that building where I donated some money and to build it up or something like that. I'm gonna go to Saint Denis and check that out. Yeah, but that is kind of strange. The dead girl is dead. So game changes are apparently, and whatever you do on the game, it affects the game later on. For this is one example, and this one up here where you have to show this lady how to hunt is another example. So there you have two examples about game changes, and it was the same kind of thing I was always talking about Grand Theft Auto 5, that whatever it was dependent on how you do the missions or how you do the playthrough to unlock something. But there's nothing in the game, otherwise the code walkers would have found it, and there was nothing in it. It was just fragmented stuff, probably stuff that got removed out of there and whatever not. But the game does change. So now the crazy girl is dead, and I found it really strange because I was, like I said, I was sailing down here. I drowned right about there. I spawned here, and I'm seeing an X as for a corpse, and she's like a skeleton in there now. Probably they just locked her up in there, and she wasn't even being fed. But now she's dead. Cause I was gonna come back anyway and figure out about the numbers, the random numbers he was saying. Luckily, I captured a video of it, and I have it in my gallery. But that is strange. I'm gonna keep on looking and see what turns up.